Welcome aboard, future cruisers. Picture this. You are standing on the deck of a massive cruise ship, the ocean stretching endlessly in every direction, music playing somewhere below, thousands of strangers rushing past you, and you have absolutely no idea where your cabin is, what time dinner starts, or why everyone else seems to know exactly what they are doing. Sound familiar? That overwhelming feeling is exactly why you are here, and exactly why we made this video. Whether you have never set foot on a cruise ship or you are still deciding if cruising is even right for you, this is your complete no-fluff survival guide for first-time cruisers. From the moment you book your trip all the way through disembarkation day, we are covering everything you need to know so you can step onto that ship feeling 100% confident, prepared, and ready to have the absolute time of your life. Let us dive in. Matching your personality to the right brand makes all the difference before you even step on board. For first-timers, mainstream lines like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Norwegian are usually the best starting point. Carnival is known for being fun, lively, and budget-friendly. Royal Caribbean offers incredible onboard amenities like rock-climbing walls and surf simulators. Norwegian gives you more flexibility with their freestyle dining and relaxed atmosphere. On the other end of the spectrum, luxury lines like Celebrity or Regent Seven Seas offer a more refined, quieter experience, while expedition lines like Hurtigruten focus on remote destinations over onboard entertainment. So how do you choose? Think about your travel style. Are you social and adventurous, or do you prefer quiet and elegant? Traveling with kids or as a couple? Both are incredible, just slightly more complex for a first voyage. Because this decision matters more than most first-timers realize. If you are brand new to cruising, starting with a shorter 3 to 4 night voyage is a smart move. It is low commitment, budget-friendly, and gives you a real taste of ship life without overwhelming you. That said, 7-night cruises offer better value per day and a much richer port experience, giving you time to actually settle into the rhythm of cruising. For destinations, the Caribbean is almost universally recommended for beginners. The waters are generally calm, the ports are diverse, and the overall vibe is relaxed and welcoming. But if you are feeling adventurous, the Mediterranean offers stunning history and culture. Now let's talk about where you'll actually sleep, because cabin choice confuses so many first-timers. You've got 4 main categories: interior cabins, ocean view cabins, balcony cabins, and suites. Here's the honest truth about interior cabins. They are completely comfortable, well-designed, and genuinely great value. If you're planning to spend most of your time exploring ports, lounging by the pool, catching shows, or wandering the ship, you honestly won't miss having a window. Many experienced cruisers still choose interior cabins specifically to save money for excursions and experiences. Ocean view cabins give you natural light without the premium price, which is a nice middle ground. Now, balconies. They become truly worth the upgrade when you're sailing scenic routes like Alaska or Norway, when you book a longer voyage of 7 nights or more, or when you simply want that private outdoor space to enjoy morning coffee with ocean views. Suites are incredible but rarely necessary for first-timers. Now that you have your cabin sorted, let's talk about actually booking your cruise and getting the best possible deal. Timing matters enormously here. Booking early, typically 6 to 12 months in advance, unlocks early saver rates that can save you hundreds of dollars. However, if you are flexible and adventurous, last-minute deals within 60 to 90 days of sailing can also offer serious discounts as cruise lines fill remaining cabins. Here is something many first-timers overlook: using a travel agent who specializes in cruises. These professionals often have access to exclusive perks, group rates, and onboard credits that you simply cannot get booking directly online. Now, understanding what your base fare actually covers is critical. Your fare typically includes accommodation, main dining room meals, buffet access, entertainment, and basic activities. What costs extra? Specialty restaurants, alcoholic beverages, shore excursions, gratuities, and spa treatments. Knowing this up front prevents unwelcome surprises when that final bill arrives. Be selective, know your habits, and spend money only on what truly matters to you personally. Drink packages are probably the most debated topic in cruising. Here's the honest truth. They are only worth it if you plan on having roughly 6 to 8 paid beverages per day. If you are a casual drinker having maybe 2 cocktails at dinner, you will likely overpay. Do the math before you buy. Dining packages for specialty restaurants can be genuinely worthwhile, but do not dismiss the main dining room. Included dining on most mainstream cruise lines is surprisingly impressive, with multiple courses and rotating menus every single night. Shore excursion credits sound amazing until you realize they often come bundled into pricier fare categories. The bottom line is this: not every add-on enhances your experience. Packing smart means fewer headaches once you are on board and more time actually enjoying your vacation from day one. Cruise ship cabins have limited outlets, so bring a power strip without a surge protector. Surge protectors are actually banned on most ships, so double-check before you pack one. Seasickness medication is another thing people forget until they desperately need it mid-ocean, so grab some before you board. A refillable water bottle saves you serious money throughout the trip. And if your cruise includes formal nights, do not show up without appropriate attire. Check your itinerary in advance so you know exactly what to expect. Now for what not to bring. Irons are banned on virtually every cruise line due to fire hazards. Most standard electrical appliances like certain hair tools and extension cords with surge protection are also prohibited. Stick to travel-approved versions. Embarkation day has finally arrived, and yes, it can feel a little chaotic at first glance. But here is the good news. Once you know what to expect, the whole process becomes surprisingly smooth. When you arrive at the port, the first thing you will do is drop off your luggage with the porters stationed outside the terminal. Tip them a couple of dollars per bag, and your suitcases will magically appear outside your cabin later that day. Next, you head inside to check in, present your travel documents, get your cruise card, and then move through security, similar to an airport screening process. Here is your pro tip. Arrive early, ideally right when the terminal opens. Early arrival means shorter lines, less stress, and you get first access to the ship while most passengers are still waiting. Knowing this process in advance turns embarkation day from overwhelming to genuinely exciting. On board, it becomes your best friend for navigating the ship, checking daily schedules, booking activities, and even messaging fellow travelers without needing Wi-Fi. First things first, do not head straight to your cabin because cabins are typically not ready until the early afternoon. Instead, head up to the buffet, grab some food, and start exploring the ship. Get familiar with the layout, find the pool deck, the main dining room, the theater, and the spa. Think of it as your personal orientation tour. Now, one thing you absolutely cannot skip is the muster drill or e-muster safety briefing. This is mandatory on every cruise line and covers emergency procedures, so take it seriously. Most lines now let you complete it through their app, which brings us to a crucial tip. Download your cruise line's app before you even leave home. Now that you are settled in, let's talk about 2 very different types of days you will experience on your cruise: sea days and port days. Sea days are when the ship is sailing between destinations with no stops scheduled. These are golden opportunities to truly enjoy everything the ship offers. Sleep in, lounge by the pool, catch a live show, book a spa treatment, or join an activity you have been eyeing. Ships come alive on sea days, so take full advantage. Port days, on the other hand, require a bit more planning. When the ship docks at a destination, you have 3 main options. You can book an official shore excursion through the cruise line, explore independently on your own, or hire a local guide for a more personal and often more affordable experience. Each approach has its advantages, and choosing the right one depends on your comfort level, budget, and how adventurous you are feeling that day. That single habit could save your entire vacation, because this is where many first-timers either overspend or make costly mistakes. Booking excursions through the cruise line comes with one major advantage: guaranteed return to the ship. If the tour runs late, the ship waits for you. That peace of mind is genuinely valuable, especially in unfamiliar destinations. However, cruise line excursions can cost significantly more than booking independently. Reputable third-party operators like Viator or Shore Excursions Group often offer the same quality experience at a fraction of the price. The key is researching your ports in advance using cruise forums like Cruise Critic, where experienced travelers share honest recommendations. You will never go hungry on a cruise ship. That much is guaranteed. The main dining room is your go-to spot for sit-down meals, and most cruise lines offer two options. Set dining times where you eat at the same time each night with the same table and wait staff, or flexible My Time dining where you reserve a time that suits your schedule. Both have their perks, so choose based on your routine. Formal nights typically happen once or twice per cruise, and while strict black tie rules have relaxed over the years, smart casual to semi-formal attire is still expected. Think dress pants, blouses, or a simple cocktail dress. Beyond the main dining room, complimentary food is available nearly around the clock, so you have time to dispute any errors without the rush. The spending on a cruise ship is almost invisible in the moment, and that can be dangerous for your wallet. When you board, your key card becomes your payment method for everything. Every drink, spa treatment, casino chip, and souvenir gets charged to your onboard account, which is linked to either a credit card or a cash deposit you set up at check-in. You never physically hand over money, which makes it incredibly easy to lose track of what you are spending. Drinks add up shockingly fast, especially at $7 to $12 each. Casino visits and spa days can quietly drain hundreds more. Here are some smart budgeting tips, triggering massive international roaming charges before you even realize what happened. Cruise ship Wi-Fi exists, but it is not cheap or fast. Most cruise lines charge anywhere from $10 to $30 per day for internet access, and even then, you are dealing with satellite-based speeds that can feel painfully slow compared to what you are used to at home. Streaming video or video calling can be frustrating and unreliable. So is it worth buying? For casual social media browsing, maybe? For remote work, probably not. Here is what smart cruisers do instead. Before you leave home, download your Netflix shows, Spotify playlists, Google Maps offline areas for every port, and any guidebooks you need. This keeps you entertained and informed without spending $1 on board. Let's talk about something that worries a lot of first-time cruisers: seasickness. Here's the honest truth. Modern cruise ships are massive, often weighing over 100,000 gross tons, and they are equipped with stabilizer fins that significantly reduce rocking motion. For most sailings, especially Caribbean routes, you will barely notice any movement at all. That said, rough seas can still happen, and it is smart to be prepared. Your cabin choice matters more than you think. Booking a midship cabin on a lower deck puts you closest to the ship's natural center of gravity, meaning you feel the least motion there. If you are prone to motion sickness, pick up seasickness patches, over-the-counter medication like Dramamine, or acupressure wristbands before you board. If seasickness does hit despite your precautions, head to the guest services desk. Ships carry medication on board, and fresh air on an outer deck can provide quick relief. Being prepared means you can enjoy every single moment rather than spending it in your cabin feeling miserable. You do not need every minute scheduled, just enough awareness to make sure the experiences that make cruising genuinely unforgettable do not pass you by unnoticed. The ship itself is basically a floating resort packed with incredible experiences that never make it onto anyone's radar until they are already home, wishing they had known sooner. We are talking Broadway-style production shows with full costumes and live performers, trivia nights where you will meet some of the most entertaining people on the ship, cooking demonstrations led by actual chefs, fitness classes ranging from yoga on the top deck to high-intensity interval training, and themed parties that go well into the night. The secret to not missing any of this is simple. Every evening, your cruise line app or a printed newsletter will drop the next day's full schedule directly to you. These crew members work incredibly hard, and that gratuity is a significant part of their income. There are unwritten rules every first-timer should understand before stepping aboard. First, never save pool chairs with towels for hours. It is one of the most complained about behaviors on any ship, and many cruise lines now actively enforce chair-hogging policies by removing unattended items. When it comes to shore excursions, be back at the meeting point early. Ships will leave without you, no exceptions. Respect quiet hours in cabin corridors, especially late at night. Sound travels easily through those hallways. Now, gratuities. Most cruise lines automatically add a daily gratuity charge, typically ranging from $16 to $20 per person, to your onboard account. Know the limitations before you sail. One of the biggest concerns on any cruise ship is norovirus, that notorious stomach bug that spreads fast in close quarters. The single best defense is simple: wash your hands frequently, especially before meals. You will notice hand sanitizer stations everywhere, and you should absolutely use them every single time. Next, travel insurance is non-negotiable for cruisers. Standard travel policies often fall short, so look specifically for cruise-friendly coverage that includes missed port compensation and medical evacuation, because airlifting someone off a ship in the middle of the ocean is extraordinarily expensive without proper coverage. Speaking of medical situations, every ship has an onboard medical center staffed with doctors and nurses. They handle minor injuries, seasickness, and basic emergencies well. The last day of your cruise does not have to be stressful, and knowing what to expect makes all the difference. The night before arrival, settle your onboard account completely to avoid any morning surprises at guest services. There are 2 departure options. Self-assist means you carry your own luggage off early. Perfect if you have a morning flight. The color-coded luggage tag system means you leave your bags outside your cabin the night before, then wait in a lounge until your tag color is called. Customs and immigration happen right after you exit the ship, so have your passport ready and fill out any required declaration forms in advance. Now, about flights home. Never book anything departing before noon. Disembarkation can run behind schedule, and missing your flight because you underestimated the process is an expensive and avoidable mistake. Give yourself breathing room, and there you have it. Your complete survival guide to cruising for the very first time, from choosing the right cruise line and cabin, to mastering embarkation day, shore excursions, onboard dining, and finally sailing back home. You are now more prepared than 90% of first-time cruisers stepping onto that ship. Here is the truth. Cruising is genuinely one of the most incredible, stress-free, and value-packed vacation formats on the planet once you understand how it all works. The learning curve feels steep at first, but after your very first voyage, you will wonder why you waited so long to try it. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your first cruise questions in the comments below because no question is too small. If you found this guide helpful, hit that subscribe button for more cruise tips, destination breakdowns, and insider advice. Your adventure at sea is waiting, and trust me, it is going to be absolutely amazing.